Okay, guys, so there's been a lot of talk and speculation about weekend storm. I just finished my essay. It was incredibly boring. I started at 10 o'clock this morning. I had a writer's block for several hours, still with about a whole page and a half left to do. But I finally got it done at 10 o'clock at night. So anyways, going back to the weather, there is a winter storm that we are currently looking at, actually. The thing is, a lot of people are hopping on board of it being an all-rain event. Well, hey, New Jersey folks, Maryland folks, Virginia folks, you remember this storm that just hit us, right? That was supposed to be all rain, and it got suppressed to the south. So you saw how that worked out. A lot of people are also saying, but the PNA, which stands for Pacific North American, which dictates ridging on the West Coast, which is very important for our storms, is going negative. You know how many times I have heard that? And you know what? I see what they're looking at. But the problem is, they're looking at this over here. What do I mean by this over here? Do you see this over here? This is uncertainty. This is spread. This is ensemble spread. This is of all different type of ensembles. I have seen people use the GFS one. I have seen people use the European one. Well, guess what? Your best one to use is all of them. This includes limited but not until following with GFS, Canadian, the UCMET. There's a lot that factor into here. So what I'm trying to say is don't look past this, okay? Don't look past this, because here, here, and here, it was supposed to go down, down, and down, and it still has not done it yet. Do not, you see how tight these curls are? The moment you see this separate, stop looking that far, okay? Yes, our PNA is going to be heading downward. No, it is not going to be negative past this point. So what does that mean? If you have a positive PNA and it's going downward, does not mean there's not going to be a ridge there. It's just the ridge is not going to be as amplified. So you would have a weakening ridge, but there's still going to be a ridge there, okay? So we have that in place, all right? And that was in place for our last storm. And with our Arctic blast, more Siberian blast of Arctic air. So this is an okay signal. I like the way that this signal it shows, all right? So next what we're going to do is we're going to go back now, and we're going to look at our Arctic oscillation. Now, people are freaking out. Oh, the Arctic oscillation wants to skyrocket like this. Once again, let me say this. There's too much spread going on over here. Too much uncertainty. The moment I get up to about, I would say here, you see the spread go out. Okay? So your AO for the next couple of days is going to be going down. Okay? And it is going to be coming back up. That can also be helpful because if the AO is too negative or too strong of an influence, or too much Arctic air being drilled, that can also suppress our storms to the south. So this is okay as well. You know, it's an okay signal. Now we go over to our NAO. People said the NAO is going negative. That's not going to happen. Okay? It may go down a little bit, but it's not going to be negative, guys. Alright? This is the same people saying the PNA is going negative. It's not going negative. Alright? Because, and Larry Cosgrove supported me on this, but there's no blocking. The NAO is not going negative, so whoever is saying that, please stop. If we go over to our MJO, look what's going on. Let's check out the MJO. We are currently right now in the circle of death. Alright? We are in this area over here. I will not be looking past this area. I mean, look guys, look how long we're sitting around in the circle of death. I mean, we're just chilling in here. We're not touching 6, we're not touching 5, we're not touching 4, we're not touching 3. These are all warm and boring phases. These are all cold and snowy phases. But we're just, you know, chilling in here, doing a loop-de-loop. This is a backloaded winter, okay? If people don't think it's a backloaded winter, it's a backloaded winter, alright? So we're going to see how this progresses, but I'm not looking past this point over here. Because once again, the spread of uncertainty If anything, it tries to loop itself back up in the circle, leaning more towards these numbers over here. So, what are we gonna do? We're gonna go on tropicaltidbits.com and we're gonna look at some models. The most recent model runs, at least. So we're gonna start with the GFS model, and as you can see, you got a little bit of snow that comes through, no biggie, and then you have a northern trough that more than likely sets up in Maine, turns into a little snowstorm, yada yada yada, potentially a blizzard. Okay, so we're gonna go down the road more over here. If you see over here, there's a blizzard that's going to slam apparently into Maine. Alright? The GFS is currently still running right now, so it's not done. So we're gonna let that continue to run. But and this model showed rain about a week ago for us, guys. We didn't get rain. We got record-breaking cold. Next one I want to look at is the Canadian model, okay? Watch what this model does. Just watch what this model does. We're gonna start back over here again, okay? Watch what this model does. Unbelievable. Alright? Just keep an eye on what will make you want to scratch your head. So you got a storm blowing up, right? Snow to rain. Oh, actually, it's the snowiest one. And the Canadian, I think, honestly, has a generally good idea. I kind of like how it's handling it. But, I'm not trying to bash the Canadian or anything. You did okay so far this winter. But this just goes to show you can't trust these models this far out. You can't. It shows about, you know what? Let's just go over right now. Hello, I don't think that part of Florida, no, I'm sorry. They get 4 to 6 inches of snow. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't trust these models, okay? I said it for the last one that these models were not going to handle this last storm. Alright? We have to wait till this gets closer. We just have to wait till this gets closer. I don't like skipping storms either. But because it's just a little snow event that's going to be swinging through, it doesn't seem like a big of an impact. And the Northern Trough's all the way in Maine. That's really not that much of an impact on this anyway. I wouldn't worry about it. Once again, these two models over here did an excellent job nailing the storm. You, and all you just crashed and burned. All you just crashed and burned. So I really wouldn't be concerned about it right now. Actually, we're going to go over to Larry Cosgrove's Facebook page, actually. And we are going to see what was his thoughts on some things that are going on. Okay? So if we look down over here, he can explain to us, your all rain scenario should definitely be down over here. Sleet and freezing rain should be confined to southern South Jersey, but mixed change starting end as snow, which this guys can potentially be all snow. I live up over here, so of course I'm always in the area of uncertainty. But I just wanted to let you guys understand, don't let the model scare you, and don't let people scare you, especially when they don't know what they're talking about. Larry Cosgrove is a mentor of mine, and he has taught me a lot of things about the weather. I've been self-educating myself since I was 5 years old, reading about nor'easters. I know exactly what I'm doing. Just because the National Weather Service or some expert tells you that you're going to get slammed with a foot of snow, or vice versa, nothing. I'm not the National Weather Service, and I'm not that expert. I am my own independent young meteorologist forecaster. But I do want to get into broadcasting. I want to make it big into broadcasting. I want to be able to deliver the proper information to people. But this is the video that I have right now, and you should expect, maybe if I'm not too busy tomorrow, another video if any updates come. Okay, you guys have a good night.